Weinstein accuser meets with New York prosecutors over claims the shamed mogul's lawyers deceived her to obtain key evidence. One of Harvey Weinstein's rape accusers met with prosecutors in New York on Monday over her claims that the law firm representing the shamed mogul used shady tactics to scam evidence from her. Melissa Thompson, who says Weinstein raped her at a hotel in the city in 2011, was pictured on her way to the district attorney's office in Manhattan alongside her lawyer Beth. She then held a 2-hour closed-door meeting with lead prosecutor Joan Orban to discuss her claims against law firm Brefman and Associates, which is now representing Weinstein. Thompson claims she was introduced to Alex Spiro, a former lawyer at Brefman and Associates, by a friend in 2017 after multiple claims against Weinstein surfaced. She says a friend called Paolo Zampilli, who introduced Melania Trump to Donald, convinced her that the legal firm was dealing with several other women making claims against the movie producer. Thompson says she sent Spiro a video of Weinstein harassing her in his office, before it emerged that the legal firm was actually representing him. Prosecutors are considering whether Brefman should be allowed to continue working on Weinstein's case given the conflict of interest. Sources told Page Six that Melissa Orban conducted more than half the interview with Thompson, a sign the DA's office is taking her allegations seriously. Thompson is one of 3 plaintiffs named in a class-action lawsuit filed on Friday against Weinstein, Miramax, the Weinstein Company and a host of other defendants. Also named as plaintiffs are Caitlin Dulani and Larissa Gomez. Dulani says Weinstein assaulted her in a hotel room in the south of France in 1996. Gomez alleges that she was sexually assaulted and battered by Weinstein in a separate incident. Thompson alleges that the movie mogul raped her at the Tribeca Grand Hotel in 2011 after harassing her during a meeting at his offices. A full description of the alleged incident can be read at the bottom of this article. The lawyer she is accusing of deceit is Weinstein's current criminal attorney Benjamin Brefman, who stood with him in court as he was arraigned on sexual assault and rape charges last week over his alleged treatment of other women, and Alex Spiro, an attorney who worked for Brefman at his firm between 2013 and 2017. Neither lawyer is named as a defendant and they both adamantly deny the woman's allegations that they deceived her in multiple separate statements, instead pointing to a chain of events in which Spiro left the firm before he was ever introduced to Thompson and before the claims against Weinstein emerged in October 2017. Thompson had stayed quiet about her alleged experience with Weinstein until then but claims in her lawsuit that she confided in friend, Paolo Zampilli, Melania Trump's former modeling agent who introduced her to the president, at the time. In 2011, she had been sent to Weinstein's office to pitch him a technology platform he could use to market films. During that meeting, she says he first brushed his hands up her legs and tried to massage her. It was caught on video, she said. Afterwards, she claims he invited her to the Tribeca Grand Hotel where he raped her on the bed after cornering her. After the alleged assault, Thompson claims she told Zampilli about it. She says he replied, "These things happen in business and she would need to deal with it." Mr. Zampilli denied ever saying as much when contacted by DailyMail.com on Saturday. Thompson says that in 2017, once the other Weinstein allegations emerged, Zampilli got back in touch with her and urged her to contact prominent New York attorney Benjamin Brefman. She says that in phone calls she recorded because she was suspicious, Zampilli told her Brefman was representing 2 other girls who claimed to have been assaulted by Weinstein and encouraged her to join them. He, she claimed, said he knew of women who were told they had to F Weinstein or suck his D in exchange for career success and that he had his own feud with the movie mogul who, along with Hillary Clinton, was waging war on him and Donald Trump. Zampilli is said to have then introduced her to former Brefman and Associates attorney Alex Spiro who, Thompson claims, she then corresponded with through texts, emails and phone calls but whom she never met. When contacted by DailyMail.com on Saturday, Zampilli gave a vague statement in which he said, "All the other statements are fake news." He fumed, "This is not normal," in response to being asked about Thompson's allegations. Despite never hiring him directly, Thompson says she sent Spiro a video of Weinstein harassing her in his office before the alleged rape. Spiro, she claims, urged her to stick with him but then referred her on to another attorney, Judd Grossman. It is not clear why he decided not to take the case himself. Spiro has since been hired by another Weinstein accuser, Ambro Balantina. When it was announced in November 2017 that Benjamin Brathman, Spiro's old boss, was representing Weinstein, Thompson says she contacted him upset and demanded answers. He replied to her that he did not work for Brathman and Associates and that he had never represented anyone involved in Weinstein's side of things. She deduced from the chain of events that Spiro and Brathman had conspired to hear her version of events before Brathman agreed to defend Weinstein criminally, a bold accusation which both Spiro and Brathman vehemently deny. In her lawsuit, Thompson's lawyers said, Brathman and Alex Spiro used deceptive tactics to cause her to believe that Brathman and Spiro were working for the victims in order to entice her to turn over visual and audio evidence of Weinstein's actions, which she did. Neither Brathman nor Spiro are named as defendants in the class action lawsuit. Both have denied Thompson's chain of events and offered the explanation that Spiro was indeed in consultation with her about the case in October but that he had already left Brathman's firm, that his old boss had no idea about their contact and that he was merely using his old email address during his transition to his new job and not because he still represented his old firm. In a statement to DailyMail.com on Saturday, Spiro said, I never have and I never would represent Harvey Weinstein. I left the Brathman firm well before Brathman ever represented Weinstein, and, in fact, I represent one of the key victims, but Ms. Thompson has never been a client. He said Ms. Thompson's claims that she gave him the footage before he left the firm were not true. I resigned from the Brathman firm in late September 2017. After I resigned, my email account at the firm remained active for a transition period so that I could receive and forward emails and so that individuals seeking my help could contact me. He would not confirm being sent the video and said that while he'd been in talks with Ms. Thompson, it never amounted to formal representation. When people contact me who need help, I try to speak with them. Sometimes, I end up representing them. Sometimes, I refer them to other attorneys, which I did here as to one individual. He said that he passed her on to Judd Grossman and that Grossman included him in his retainer without his knowledge or consent. Judd Grossman had not yet replied to DailyMail.com's questions about his involvement in the case at the time of publication. Brathman gave the same version of events on Friday. He said that if Spiro had ever been in touch with Thompson or either of the other two women who are plaintiffs in the class action, it was not while he was acting on behalf of his firm. Alex Spiro was never a partner of this firm, he was one of many associates and left this firm in or about Sept 2017. To the extent he spoke with or met with any of these women, he did so on his own time after he had left this firm and was already employed by another firm. In addition, while at this firm, he never met with Mr. Weinstein nor did he have any responsibility whatsoever in connection with our representation of Mr. Weinstein in any matter, he told USA Today. Neither of them has addressed why Paolo Zampoli thought that Brathman was representing Weinstein victims and Mr. Zampoli did not give detailed answers to DailyMail.com's questions on Saturday morning. When asked for the recordings of her phone calls with Zampoli and for her emails or text exchanges with Spiro, Thompson's lawyers declined to give them, telling DailyMail.com, "We are not sharing evidence at this time but have quoted it in our complaint." They were not included in the lawsuit which was filed on Friday in New York City. Weinstein has denied any allegations of non-consensual sex. His attorney Phyllis Kupferstein said in a statement to DailyMail.com about Thompson's suit, "This lawsuit was filed by the same lawyers who filed the Geist class action case. We have filed a motion to dismiss the Geist case and this new case suffers from the same lack of merit." The following is an excerpt from the class action lawsuit which describes the alleged rape. Harvey Weinstein has vehemently denied all allegations of forcing himself on women and is preparing for his next court date to face charges involving other alleged victims. On September 29, 2011, Thompson met with Weinstein to pitch Intercast at the Weinstein Company's office at 375 Greenwich Street in New York City. Thompson was shown to Weinstein's empty office where she set up her laptop to demonstrate the digital marketing platform. She turned on the video recording on her computer to use the live feed of her and the pitch attendees to demonstrate how Intercast works. As Weinstein walked into his office, he repeated several times to the people just outside his office, "Don't interrupt, don't interrupt." He then shut and locked his office door. He was alone. Thompson stood up from her seat and extended her right hand to shake his hand. Weinstein deflected her hand with his left hand, moving her right hand towards his shoulder.